the upcoming fights. I'm not impressed. I hate to say it.
Yeah, no, they're pretty bad. I mean,
Like Strickland versus Hernandez. It'll
that'll
be
be good.
it'll be okay. It'll
That'll
be
be good.
okay. But like
That'll be good.
Moreno, I don't know why we're I don't know what we're doing with Moreno here, giving him Kavanaugh. The only thing to look forward to is Oliveira versus Holloway too. That's it. Like, in all honesty. Wait a minute, they got. Oh, I forgot they're putting RDR versus Kyle Barallo. Oh, my go, RDR. My light heavyweight king that's fighting at middleweight. Okay, this card is more stacked than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. We got Rodolfo Bellato. Ooh, oh my, what was it? Oh my days. Rodolfo Bellato, oh my days. It's okay. I don't even know which division I want to talk about first. That's the worst
Are
part.
you recording right now? Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We're
okay.
just going for it.
Well,
The only thing, who's this guy? Hamzat Chimaev? Who? Who? Who's? I haven't seen him fight in almost a year now. I don't think. Well, we have to. Okay, so what? We gotta wait till after Ramadan, so that ends in what, a couple months, I think, or like 1 month, right?
it ends March 19th.
Okay. So the timeline for the middleweight division to be saved is March 19th. After. But you also need what, a 10-week fight camp? I'm not really sure how long his fight camps usually are. So like
In
what
Ramadan, you're fasting during Ramadan a lot, so I'm guessing he's going to be not in shape to. I
you're
mean, he's
telling
going to enter a camp probably eventually afterwards, but
Yeah, you're telling me he's not going to be ready for the White House card? Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, they want
Oh!
to be. That's something they're probably not going to have. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to have a lot of Russia presence on the White House card.
No, hell no.
They'll probably have Brazil and America, definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
heard
American
Bad Bunny
fighters.
is going to be. I heard he's going to be there. And so is Kid Rock. They're both going to be there. But, okay, yeah. So middleweight, this isn't the worst division. I think out of every division, heavyweight is probably the worst in terms of how cooked any future prospects or like any interesting fights actually are. Middleweight, as long as Hamzat's champ, I don't.
It's going to be
You're gonna
slow.
have a bunch of people sitting out who aren't gonna want to fight because they feel like they're deserving of a title shot. And on top of that, you have to hope that he not only makes weight, he stays healthy, and you gotta hope he at least fights once a year.
Do you think Strickland versus Hernandez is going to be a title eliminator? No.
No, no. Imavov gets the shot
Imolov
easily.
gets the shot. Yeah, Imolov easily gets the shot. And I hear that they're trying to match make Brendan Allen versus Dreykus, which I think that'd be a banger. Um,
That makes perfect sense.
but
That makes perfect
but
sense.
and then Izzy with the fight against our boy Joe Pfeiffer,
Yeah, body
our
cams off.
hairline king.
Body cams off. It's
I
not on.
the what?
Body cams off for Joe Pfeiffer.
Oh
He
yeah,
turns that
yeah,
shit
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Does
I
he?
don't know.
I want to pick. I want to pick Joe Pfeiffer, but I think I have to
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
Izzy because I've been so wrong about Israel Adesanya. Now I did have Imavov
He's
to
been
beat him.
chinned. He's been chinned. He's been chinned.
There's a.
You can't get chinned too many times. You
It
can't get
is
chinned,
highly
especially at that
likely.
age.
He's
Joe
like.
Pfeiffer.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm saying he's knocked out many people, like flatlined them. I mean, who was it? Barat. He like catatonic level knockout. Like took him out on a stretcher.
That's
And
just.
I think this might be Izzy's retirement fight. I genuinely think so. And I know online he was talking about how is expecting to fight until 2028. But I don't see him staying in the rankings until 2028. I mean, unless they keep feeding him bums and he turns into a Tony Ferguson level kind of fighter, where they start feeding him kind of the. But I'm sure he doesn't want to be the gatekeeper of the middleweight division, kind of riding around that 10, 11 spot, you know. But I mean, he's gonna be there if he loses to Joe Pyfer. Unfortunately, he's gonna be. I mean, I can see him get knocked down to 12, 13.
They don't put him below Roman Dolidze or Jared Cannonier. No shot.
Jared Cannonier being at 10 is crazy. Yeah, I love Jared Cannonier. He's probably one of my favorite fighters.
That is shocking. It's so sad, too, to see Robert Whittaker all the way down at number 9, but I hate to say it, that's probably where he belongs. And
he's doing commentating. I love that for him.
It's how we know it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
The transition.
What a shame, but middleweight, I'm not going to hold my breath until someone beats Hamzat, which probably no one beats Hamzat. I hate to say it. Imavov's our only...
I think Strickland could beat him. I think he could.
That's no.
I think he could beat him by decision. I think he could. I think he could teep kick his way, and punch his way, jab and teep kick his way, and do a win. For 5, I know we know he can go 5 rounds. You know he can go 5 rounds, and you've seen Khamzat get gassed, in even like a 3-round fight. I mean, Usman. I mean, obviously Usman's the highest level wrestling in the UFC, probably one of the highest level wrestling for American wrestling at least. And he was gassed in that fight.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. As I said, we got to get one. We got to get one title defense within the next year. I'm praying that we get.
We'll get one. We'll get one in the fall.
We'll get one
in the fall. We'll get one.
Heavyweight. Probably.
Heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall had surgery on his eye again.
No, it was the first one. Both eyes.
Oh, it was both eyes. Both eyes.
Both. Yeah, it was both. I thought it was just the one. Jailton Almeida should have dropped more than 2. I just want to say that. We all watched that fight. I don't know why Marcin Tybura got dropped down to. I think Derek Lewis should be ranked higher than Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida looks afraid to fight. I hope he figures out whatever problems he's got going on. I don't like. Oh my God! I forgot they put Kuniev at 6.
Well, Yalan Almeida was a top contender. He was. I mean, he fought Curtis Blades, and then Curtis Blades got the title shot.
Yeah.
And then Sorgan. Then Curtis Blades fought Kuniev, beat Kuniev. I can see Curtis Blades fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta, maybe.
Nah, you know what we need? We need Kuniev versus Shamil. Give me 2 blobs. I want to see two Russian blobs brawling out. I don't want to talk about the heavyweight division. It sucks. Alex Pereira, he's going to fight heavyweight, probably at the White House card. That'd be
the one to make. That's the one to make.
But you have to get Cyril Gane to say yes. Most likely Cyril Gane says no. I hate to say it. We're having this weird thing where
I think he says yes. What are you talking about? Cyril Gane doesn't say no.
I think he'll say no.
He fought John Jones on short notice, man.
Yeah, and did nothing for...
And did nothing, yeah. He got
until he got knocked out, yeah. Or stoppage.
Submitted.
Awful. I don't know. We'll see. I think... Yeah, it's not like Cyril Gane took any damage. I would hope he says yes, but we keep seeing an issue where contenders just aren't fighting because they are trying to make like their dream matchups. And I get it, you know. I'd only want to fight someone that makes me look really well. But the UFC needs to stop letting people say no to fights. That's like Michael Venom Page. Apparently all these people are saying no to Michael Venom Page who's moving weight classes. I like
Michael Venom Page. I like MVP.
I don't understand like how we're allowing people to say no to fighting Michael Venom Page. Just it's weird.
Who do you lose to? He lost to Ian Gary. That's it in the UFC. Is that it? I'm pretty sure that's the only loss he has in the UFC.
V fight history. Yeah, I forgot he beat Magomed. Yeah, Ian Gary.
He did. He beat him by running away.
Of course he won by decision. Of course. Oh man, one day I'll stop hating Ian Gary.
Can we move on to light heavyweight, Con?
Light heavyweight? Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you cook here. We already know how this is gonna play out.
Yeah. What I want to see is Yuri versus Carlos Gilbert for the undisputed belt. I think that'd be. I said that right when Alex won the belt again. I said, "There's no way that they're gonna give Yuri a third title shot." And I mean, Yuri was in the weight cutting room with Alex during that fight. And I think they've kind of developed this relationship to, respect each other as high level fighters within that division. And Carlos Gilbert deserves a title shot. I mean, me and Connor both saw him live in St. Louis knock out, who was he? Flatlined. I'm blanking on his name.
He's not a bum.
He was not a bum. It was, my goodness, I'm going to look it up because it's, we saw him beat Alonzo Menifield. Alonzo went in really hot and just kind of got knocked out, which, I mean, Carlos Gilbert's a counterpuncher, so I think that would, I think that'd be a great fight. I think Yuri wins that fight, and rightfully, I think that would create peace in that division. I think Yuri has the potential to fight pretty much anybody, and then Magomed would get the fight with Yuri. I think that would be the fight to make. If Yuri gets the belt, Yuri fights Magomed because there's already bad beef between them two, and they do that fight. Which, I mean, genuinely, I haven't seen much of Yuri's grappling. I know he has had experiences of grappling exchanges between himself and Glover Teixeira. He's had grappling exchanges with, he's had some with Alex Pereira in fight one. I'm trying to think of any other grappling exchanges that I can think of. I mean, everyone else he's pretty much just knocked out, which is crazy to think about. But beyond that, kind of the upper level light heavyweight, Khalil Rountree, I'd love to see back in the picture for getting a fight scheduled. I do enjoy his Muay Thai kind of background. I'm sure you do too, Connor, as well. Jan Blachowicz is old. I love him to death. Former champion. Chops your leg away, just makes you look weak. I don't know. He got a draw with, was it Bogdan Guskov? And Bogdan Guskov's still sitting in, number 9 slot, which is crazy to think about. I think Bogdan, going the distance with a former champion and then having to sit a draw and still sitting at number 9 when he flatlined Nikita Krylov. And then on top of that, he flatlined, who did he also just knock out in
Here, give me a second.
Robert Span. Robert Span.
Whoa.
Never mind. Never mind.
But, yeah.
But, I don't know. That's my thought process. I'd love to see. And another one that I really think is kind of a black sheep of that division is this Azamat Murzakanov. Knocked out, was it Alexander Rakic? In the first round. That was impressive. I had Rakic to win that fight, and it was bad. It was really bad. So,
yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Johnny Walker's also there, too. Johnny Walker's still in that division. He's still...
I think he can beat John Jones. I think he could...
I think he could... With that flying knee he's got, I think he has the potential to beat anybody in this division.
Yeah, we'll see.
Upsetting Zhang Minyang in China, that's...
Was Zhang Minyang? He was the one who absolutely. Yes, it is. This was pure violence. Oh my! Retired.
Anthony Smith.
I hope he bounces back. We'll see. As violence, we crave violence, and that's something you want to see at light heavyweight. These guys hit hard. Carlos Gilbert hits hard. Khalil Rountree hits hard until he gasses himself out, and then Yuri can win. I still cannot believe Yuri knocked him out by defending these punches with his head. Just unbelievable. The way the Samurai, we will be winning the light heavyweight championship after Pereira vacates it, but we'll see. I think you've pretty much covered everything I want to say on there. Welterweight, I'm indifferent. Islam, I don't think anyone beats Islam. Yeah, I don't think anybody beats Islam. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, when you look, yeah, Kamaru Usman. Bedtime MMA. I don't know if you watch any of his videos. He kind of said it best on Mighty Mouse. It's like, who do you think beats? It's like, who do you think gets the next title shot, and why do you think it's Kamaru Usman? Yeah, it's gonna be Kamaru Usman. It's who he. If that is what he wants, they're gonna give it to him. I mean, who else would you give him? Carlos Prates, not really on a long win streak. Ian Gary should be Ian Gary.
Michael Morales.
That too. Maybe we get Michael Morales versus JDM. I don't think it'd make a lot of sense. I think Morales is pretty vocal about wanting a title shot. Ian Gary the same way. I'm honestly fine with those guys saying no until they get a title. I think those are the most deserving. Ian Gary should be. You know who should have deserved it? Shavkat. I don't know. Bastard, bro. That bastard. Oh, my gosh.
Down for the count.
He's never coming back.
I know I might have some biases, but if he comes back, I would love to see Buckley fight him. I think that'd be kind of getting himself back into the established picture. I mean, I know Buckley's been calling him out online, and then he obviously gets hurt.
Yeah,
but Buckley was up there. He was up there. He was on a run. I mean, he was fighting old heads though. So
yeah, he was fighting Unks, bro, the Unk Destroyer, and then he lost to a guy with no knees in Kamaru Usman, which that was embarrassing. That was really bad, really, really bad. But I also we forgot how good Usman is, and that's kind of our fault as the viewer. But that also comes with a little bit of inactivity. But Usman, I get it. He needed the time off to get back into peak form, especially when you're up there in age. So I'm indifferent. Put on an amazing fight, but I think the division's fine. At least lightweight. Nothing really here to say.
He's gonna come back. Ilya's gonna come back.
He's coming back. He might.
He's coming back.
Post divorce. He's gonna he wants that BMF belt, bro. He wants the BMF belt. He'll get it. He'll get it at some point.
I think they're gonna keep doing the fan favorites with the BMF. I think they'll keep passing hands. I mean,
yeah. Once Charles Oliveira wins it, I think we'll.
I rewatched that fight recently. Did you know that Max won by technical knockout against
Oliveira with his shoulder.
Yeah, it wasn't even a real fight. Of course, I mean, this might be the fight to see. I genuinely think so because Oliveira's proved that he still got it after what? Did he submit Gamrot?
Yeah, he submitted him.
Yeah,
it was solid. That was an exciting win. I don't know. Yet it's hard to say. It's literally just like, who's your favorite uncle? Two fun uncles. It's like, they're making you choose a favorite. I'm gonna ride with Oliveira. We are gonna bring that belt back to the favelas for our people.
That'd be cool.
That would be sick.
I don't want to see Max lose though. So
yeah, I don't want to.
That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, everyone's in agreement. No one wants to see him lose. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're all losing to Ilya. Every single one in this division. Not even Paddy Pimblett. Even though Scousers don't get knocked out, Paddy Pimblett would get fucking rocked. He would get absolutely you'd get slept probably in the second or third round. Or
I think
he gets submitted. People forget, man. People forget.
BSD versus the winner of Oliveira versus Holloway.
I could see it.
It's a violent sport. And BSD is violence. I mean, he lost to Moicano, which is crazy to think about.
Do you think BSD, they make him fight down? I mean, who is he going to fight up towards? Because when you look at this, Oliveira versus Holloway, someone's probably going to get knocked down in rankings after this. And I don't think any of them necessarily want to fight down if they don't have to, especially whoever the winner is. And then you're left with Arman and Gaethje with the interim. Gaethje is going to fight. probably end of year. I don't think he makes it for the White House card. He didn't take a lot of damage in that fight, but still, I mean, when you're going 5 rounds and you're just eating punches. He wasn't really like getting rocked on the feet or anything, but when you're just going 5 rounds like that, you're probably going to want more time off. I don't think he's going to find the White House card. He says he wants to. I would be surprised if he did. If he did, I don't think that's really enough time for him to recover like he should be and get a proper camp in while he's fully healthy. Ilya versus Gaethje at the White House? I don't know. That would be exciting. That would be
That'd be exciting. We probably unfortunately know the ending of it though.
No, we know exactly how it's gonna go. He's gonna get finished in the first round. He's gonna get finished. He's chinnable. Ilya hits way harder than Max Holloway does. And on top of that, he has no wrestling, no ground. Well, he doesn't use his ground game. Justin Gaethje doesn't.
He has ground game. He just doesn't use it.
He refuses to use it. And people forget, man.
He's confident in striking.
People forget, man. Ilya has more submissions than he does knockout wins. And the only thing we've seen in recent years, as he's climbing astronomically through the rankings, are highlight reel knockouts. They're all highlight reel knockouts. So not only does he have a jiu-jitsu game that we haven't, or like a wrestling ground game that we haven't seen in the UFC versus some of these people, we know what he's capable of on his hands. So it's not like we can just go and revert to the ground game. Like, maybe I shouldn't stand here and box and try and control the ring versus one of the best boxers probably in the UFC. He might be the best boxer in the UFC at the moment in terms of pure like power, and I mean his strikes are clean. No one's beating Ilya in this division. Not a single person. I hate to say it. I don't really have an issue with this division. Let's move down a little farther. Volk, my king. I got nothing to say here. I don't know why we had to run back Diego Lopez versus Volk so quickly. Obviously, everyone's in agreement that as the number 1 contender, you should kind of be next up. But this is part of the issue where if you're not active, you're not really getting the chances. So they're going to give people who are a little more active, a little more exciting. Like Diego Lopez, they're going to give him the title shot because he's active. He brings people into the sport. And now we get Evloev versus Lerone Murphy. We're going to get Evloev by decision. Hate to say it.
I don't know about that.
Or he submits him.
I don't know. I really have no idea who's going to win that fight because Lerone Murphy went up against Arapico.
Yes. Whoa. Oh, my days.
And he just got pretty decent. He's a decision merchant. So, I don't know.
Exactly. So, I mean, we know he's going to work the ground game. It just makes sense.
It's going to go on the ground. I imagine it's going to go on the ground.
But someone who's kind of shown us the answer, if we look a little bit to the left here, if you're on the UFC rankings, you go down one more division, Peter Yan. Peter Yan has shown us the way of countering these grapplers, some of these cage smudgers. Whoa. Saying that with a hard R, the cage smudgers. He's shown us the way. Leg kicks, body shots, elbowing the legs, hurting them to the body so they're not able to be as strong, in their core to be able to kind of throw you around and work you. He's shown us the formula to fix it. It's just if people can follow and, make it translate to other weight classes or even implement it in their own game. But we'll see. We shall see. But featherweight, we're going to get Evloev versus Murphy. Whoever wins that hopefully gets the next shot. Maybe end of year we get whoever the winner is versus Volk. That's being very generous. If Evloev wins, maybe he fights in New York is in November, right? Madison Square Garden. Maybe you get Evloev versus Volk on Madison Square Garden. Probably not. I think Volk would want to fight one more time in Sydney for his, because this, I don't know. I would say the next one's probably his last fight, but a lot of people thought the last one was his last fight. He looked fantastic, but then again, we already knew that Diego Lopez just. I don't know if it's not the fight IQ is the issue. It's just that he's not able to control the pace of the fight. He had Volkanovski on his back foot the entire time, but he wasn't able to control the void. Every time he came in for a little exchange, it wasn't like we were getting big combos. We were getting some jabs, or then we're getting, countered. He's getting countered hard. I mean, he looked a little better. He looked better in his first fight than his second fight. He looked way better.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited. Wait, they still have Aljamain Sterling at number 5. Oh, God. You know what? Give me Aljamain Sterling versus Arnold Allen. Why not? That's just a little fun thing.
You think that he'd fight down?
I think he'd have to.
He's coming off a loss, so yeah, I guess so.
I think he would have to. I mean, it's... people forget, man. It's not what 2021, It's not, it's now. The time is now. Things are changing very, very, very quickly in a lot of these rankings. I mean, I think you've seen that alone in the past 2 years. You've seen a lot of people kind of move up and move down. It's kind of like cleaning house, I'd say it. But we'll see.
I think that was a good move on his part, Aljo's part, genuinely. I mean, Merab was kind of dominating that bantamweight division for a long time, and I know that they train together and they're really good friends and they go to camp together. So I think Aljo has a long way to go before he gets the title shot, unfortunately. I mean, he did get dominated by Evlev. He did kind of get taken down a couple times, Evlev did, but just difference in grappling. So we'll see.
There's levels.
Yeah.
To this.
Oh, yeah.
Patricio Pitbull champ in 2 years. Moving down another weight class. Bantamweight. Peter Yan just had back surgery. 6 months, I think I texted you this earlier, is the timeline they're looking at is 6 months of recovery. I think he was under operation for about 9 hours. I don't know exactly what was wrong with his back. What a shame. And this
I was hoping for an active game.
Yeah, and it's not his fault. Like, I'm not upset. I think right now, Peter Yan, from what we saw versus Merab, which I didn't even see the fight. I had to watch it back. I thought Merab was just going to smudge him against the cage for 5 rounds. I was wrong. I had to rewatch the whole thing because I couldn't believe it. I genuinely could not believe it. I mean, he was...
That whole fight night was insane. That whole pay-per-view was insane.
Yeah.
Upset.
What was he, plus 400, I think?
Yeah.
As in,
something like that.
Insane. And just putting on an absolute masterclass like that. That's just a, surprise. We kind of forgot about Peter Yan. Here he is. It's just like...
And now Sean O'Malley wants a title shot.
Now we're getting Sean O'Malley versus Peter Yan too. Yes, we want that right now. I'll tell you what. Give me Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen. There's levels to this.
I want that fight.
I think that's easy enough. It's like a free square. You get Song Yadong versus Umar, because we're gonna run back Merab versus Yan. We should. There's no.
Yeah, I
think we should. I hate to say it. I don't think Umar should just get. I'm not impressed with Umar. I'm sorry. He beat Mario Batista, but even then, didn't he get knocked down once by Mario Batista in the fight, which still is like a 3-rounder? And he beat Davison Figueiredo. What a shame. What a shame. And I like Figueiredo, but he didn't even look that good against Figueiredo. You won by decision, right? It was like a minus 1,200 favorite.
Yeah, it was not an impressive fight. I think his striking has got a long way to go. I mean, he's supposed to be kind of the protege of the protege for Khabib, and I don't see it personally. I mean, he's good, and I kind of had high hopes for him, but at the end of the day, I think he'll just be in Islam's shadow within that kind of Eagle MMA kind of world, especially in the UFC. But I don't know. He could upset me, and I know that he's been wanting to get. I mean, obviously he's trying to get a title shot against Peter Yan as well, but time constraints. I feel like it's just going to be hard to schedule that. So I don't see that happening anytime soon as well.
No.
I know.
I don't know. It's kind of congested. It's a little congested at the top in terms of like, yeah, we should have Sean probably fighting someone within like the 5 through 8 spot. It's I don't know. I think you give him 2 more fights, and then you maybe give him a title shot if he's winning these. It's just
the UFC wants him to get a title shot, man.
I know
he's the big name. So I give him maybe one more fight, one more.
Give him Umar,
and that could be the.
I'll tell you what, give him Umar. How about that?
I mean, they've been calling each other out online, and I mean, he'll lose. He'll lose to Umar. I think he'll lose.
Genuinely. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hey, I'm not even trying to glaze. Yeah, I'm not even trying to glaze. I think there's the striking by Sean is leagues better than Umar.
Leagues better than Umar. Leagues better.
And it's just how much has our ground game developed. But even then, Umar's ground game really hasn't been that impressive. It's just been, let me not lay on top of you, but let me kind of half-ass like work you for a full round. For like even Davison Figueiredo, he should have finished him somehow. I don't care how it was done, whether it's on the feet or on the ground. I think Umar should have been able to finish Davison Figueiredo, especially with such a size advantage like that for a guy who's already small in the division.
I would agree.
I think he should have been able to finish him, and I just don't think
he doesn't have the finishing capability. He doesn't have the finishing capability. I mean, he took Corey Sandhagen to a decision. He took Figgy to a decision. I mean, he took Merab to a decision, which Merab obviously won. But I mean, who else has Umar fought? Did he ever get a finish? Does he finish, dude? Does he finish?
I should know this. This is our fault for not doing enough research. But I mean, decision. Ah, here you go. Tony Barcelos. Whoa, back in 2023. Holy cow. And then guess what? Decision. Submission against somebody. Whoever that is. And then here we are. It's not that I think they wanted to not rush him through. I mean, he's been in the promotion, for 5 years now. It's not that they rushed him through. It's just the quality of the wins, I guess, aren't as impressive as I would hope they would be. I mean, like Umar versus Sandhagen, that was a good fight. That was a really, really good fight. That was his toughest challenge. And he went on to go and say, it's like, yeah, Sandhagen was probably one of my hardest wins. But then he loses badly to Merab. Oh, my gosh. I remember watching that live. Loses badly to Merab. And then what? We beat Mario Batista, who didn't even look like that bad against you. And then you fight a guy. Yeah, you take Figueiredo to decision. I don't know. I'm not as impressed with the record. They might give him another title shot. But hopefully we can kind of get this figured out. Maybe we get Mario Batista versus Ayman Zahabi or Song. Could be a banger. It could be a banger.
I like those. I like Zahabi versus Batista. I know Zahabi was calling out Sean O'Malley. That's not happening, unfortunately.
It's not happening at all. You got to get the casual like me involved, and people are going to be like, who? Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully we're not as
GSP's protege. You can't forget that. People forget, man. GSP.
Man. Yeah. We'll see. I hope we kind of get this uncongested here within the next year and a half. We're going to have to wait till Peter Yan comes back from surgery. I don't think you make an interim champ. I don't think that would happen. It could. I don't see why you would. I mean, 6 months? And then you have...
Who would be the interim fight between?
probably Marab. Marab versus
see?
no. See, that's the issue again. It's like, oh, we're so cooked here in the top 5. Like, all these guys are really good. Like, it's...
And they've all fought each other for the most part, except for Sean and Corey. So
Yeah, that's the one to make. That's like the free square, but interim, maybe you run it back with Marab versus Umar, but I don't think Umar would... I still think Umar would lose. I think
so. I think so.
We'll see.
Rob's got better striking.
We'll see. Moving down to the next one, flyweight. Joshua Van. I like him. A lot of people switched up after he beat Pantoja. Sure, it's an injury that happened in the sport. I think the fight still would have been close. I think at some point maybe he would have been up against a cage or taken down, but
and then submitted.
We'll never know.
Pantoja's big for that division. He's big for that division.
Yeah.
I think his ground game is just beyond anyone else in that division.
Yeah, we know Pantoja's getting the immediate rematch. It should happen. Everyone, I hope, is in agreement on that. One thing I do want to point out here, though, Tatsuro Taira, future champ. Hey, future champ, Tatsuro Taira. Give me Tatsuro Taira as the champion, fighting for the title at... no, he wouldn't fight at Madison Square Garden because we're trying to think of timelines here. Pantoja versus Van. I'm not 100% sure when Pantoja's coming back. I'd have to look. But we know that rematch is happening instantly. Let's say that happens, farther, like end of year, maybe August, sometime August, September, October, anywhere around there. You have that. And then they're probably going to want about 5-6 months or so, a little downtime. Give me Tatsuro Taira fighting for the belt at Madison Square Garden in November next year. That is my prediction.
They usually do it in December. They usually do flyweights in December, I feel like.
That is my prediction. Future champ Tatsuro Taira. Manel Kape, sure. I still cannot believe Brendan Royval got absolutely rocked like he did on the feet. I was hoping for a little better performance by Brendan Royval.
I think was that an early stoppage, in your opinion?
No. I thought it was. And then I saw the Twitter clips. I was like, oh, it was like, yeah, he got him good. Like, he got him, dropped him hard. Kyoji Horiguchi, though. Gooch, welcome back to the promotion. All the way ranked at number 5. Coming in hot.
He's him. He's him.
He's very good. But I mean,
he spent plenty of time in Ryzen and fought for the belt there, and now is on his way back into the UFC, kind of doing his reclamation. And I think he has the potential to potentially, I think he has a chance to fight one of the top guys next, genuinely. Maybe Brandon Royval, maybe...
I'll tell you what, Tatsuro Taira versus Horiguchi. Ooh.
That would be
crazy.
A little crazy.
But I don't think it would happen, though. I think Tatsuro Taira is wanting to fight up as much as possible. Maybe you give him Manel Kape as like the title contender eliminator. The issue is not that it makes sense. It's just that can we convince the number 2 ranked flyweight and the number 3 ranked flyweight to fight each other when they probably both feel like they should just get the next shot that's coming up? Because I get it. If I'm top 3, why would I want to fight if I'm not fighting for the belt? And they're on win streaks. They're performing very well. It's hard to make them fight, and yeah. I don't know if you have anything to say about that, but I would hope.
No, I 100% agree.
Yeah, I would hope we maybe get a title eliminator, Manel Kape versus Taira, maybe end of year. I don't think it would happen, though. I think they're both going to want to sit out and wait. Actually, I don't think Tatsuro Taira would wait. Let me say that. Yes, he called out the Joshua Van, I believe. So did Horiguchi. Horiguchi didn't even know who the champ was. In his after fight interview, he's like, "Who? Like, who's the Van?" It's like, "I want you," and it's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't know if we're ready for that, though." Maybe you feed Horiguchi to whoever is willing to fight within like the next year before a belt, like before fighting for the belt. Maybe that happens instead. I could see that. But Tetsu retirement El Cop, that's something I'd like to see. If not, Horiguchi versus Taira or Horiguchi versus Cop. I would like to see either of that. That's how I feel about flyweight.
I agree. Someone's got to lose.
Somebody's got to do it. You know who did? Charles Johnson. Shit, he had to lose. Oh, he was supposed to be the chosen one, bro. He was supposed to be the chosen one. I still cannot believe that. He let me down. We're getting yeah, we won't talk about any of the matches coming up, but any other final comments about how would you rank the current divisions in terms of, like, give me like one being the best and what we have 7. Oh yeah, women's MMA, of course. Duh.
I think the women's division is way less congested than. I mean, the women's MMA right now. I feel like is pretty straightforward. I mean, obviously they're going to reschedule Kayla Harrison versus Lioness Amanda Nunes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that they'll do Mackenzie Dern versus Zhang Weili for the redemption of the belt. Shevchenko will probably fight Natalia Silva. She's already beaten Manon Furo. So very less. I mean, pretty straightforward, I would say. But I mean, in regards to the rest of the men's MMA divisions, I think the ones that have the least congestion are probably the most exciting because, I mean, I feel like every division is just really, really congested, and I think that kind of derives back to just injuries and people going through Ramadan. And I hate to say that because I know that they're a time constrained. There's a time constraint there. I mean, or B, they're just inactive. So I'm gonna have to go with light heavyweight for being probably my favorite, just because we kind of have a decent idea that Alex will probably go up to heavyweight because he's been talking about that for a while, and I think there's a good chance of a undisputed title fight happening before the year's end. And I think the flyweight division is pretty straightforward as well. The redemption of Pantoja, but I think those two are probably the ones I think probably have fights again. Like that. That's the ones I can see having a title fight happening very soon. And there's a clear direction of that division. Volkanovski, the featherweight division, clear trajectory in that division as well. Title eliminator between Evalev versus Murphy. But in regards to the bantamweight, the lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, even the heavyweight, I mean, just injury ridden and just troublesome. So I guess it's just a big TBD question mark for those divisions. And we look forward to seeing what happens next for those.
Yep. I'm putting heavyweight all the way at the bottom of the list. Awful. The division sucks. Yeah. It's just bad. We know this. There's no reason to talk anymore about it. Heavyweight, probably the worst. I would say middleweight at the moment, just because we have probably the worst champ in the entire promotion is at middleweight currently. And I hate to say it, but we all know it's true. If I'm sitting in my car, I was in my car a week ago. I'm driving back to my apartment from the gym, and I go, "Who is the middleweight champ? Who is this?" We made fun of Bilal Muhammad. Remember the name. Let's not forget. At least he was active. Shit. I was like, he may have been an awful champ, but at least he was active. Same thing, Dreykus, at least he was active. At least he was fighting. So heavyweight the worst. Middleweight probably the next. And then now it's just like, yeah, the rest of the divisions are kind of fine, but I think I'd go bantamweight just because we're like all these guys want to fight for the title. Umar, yeah, we already know this. We've covered it. All these guys in the top 5 are going to want to fight for the title. That's going to cause a lot of issues in terms of who are actually going to be able to get to schedule on any of these fights. Next, I would maybe go. No. Next, I'll say flyweight. Flyweight, just because we don't exactly know what's going to happen after Pantoja Joshua Van. It's Manel Kopp or Tyra. That's kind of the easy, but it's like, do we actually get these guys to fight, or do we just give one of them the shot? Next, we'll go featherweight because you know exactly what's going to happen. Welterweight is perfectly fine. I don't really think anyone's refusing to fight. Welterweight's been pretty active so far. Yeah, I got nothing to say about welterweight, and then probably the best division right now is lightweight. Even though they tried to spoon feed us Paddy Pimblett as like a champ, and they essentially gave him Justin Gaethje as a way to be like, hey, here's a guy with a glaringly large problem, is that he cannot grapple. He has no ground game. Please go and do what you've been doing on the ground so we can keep bringing in all these new fans. And he just didn't do it. And I respect him more for not doing it. But at the same time, you're not going to... I hope to God they do not give him another title shot until he gets at least 2 more wins, whoever that may be against. But I think lightweight, we're getting moved around. The only problem with lightweight is Arman Tsarukyan. That is the only issue. Because we know that Ilya's going to go out and murder Justin Gaethje at the White House if that's where he fights. We have no idea when he's going to fight. We know that's going to happen. But then the issue becomes, if Ilya stays or leaves, if he leaves, that's kind of the issue because he still wants to fight Islam. I could see him leaving to make it happen. I still do. If that's what they want to do, I think we get Arman versus, who I guess the winner of Oliveira versus Holloway for the title. That's like the only kind of wild card I guess you put out there, lightweight. So I guess maybe you move lightweight down to being like the second best, but featherweight still being pretty straightforward. But lightweight's exciting. Light heavyweight is fun, but I think lightweight's very interesting because there's a lot of movement happening. There's a lot of things that could happen. So I think we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, we have a week and a half until we get Strickland versus Hernandez.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do a breakdown of that eventually. I gotta watch some film. We're just getting another. Is it Apex or is it?
It's Fight Night Houston.
Oh, okay. So we're not in Vegas. So there might be a couple people on the prelims. I haven't looked through the card fully, but there might be a couple people that aren't just straight cans and nobodies, unlike the Apex. So hopefully it's exciting. I gotta watch some film. Gotta do some studying. Early predictions on this: Hernandez versus Strickland.
I think Strickland will do what he does. I think it'll go the distance. So that's much I can say. That's
okay.
Yeah, I think it'll go the distance. I'm not going to say it's going to be any sort of finishes because I know both these guys have the finish potential, but they choose to use it. We'll see.
Yep. Give me Alexander Hernandez. Easiest fight of my life. I think he's going to overwhelm him, smother him. He might get 3 takedowns. We'll see. But that is my predictions. All right, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.